But how much do we make as a new driver here at Melton? Stick around to find out. Hey, what's going on, YouTube? Welcome back. Let's fix this. We don't have the hat on today. We're at home. We're chilling. There's Miss Ellie over there by the pool. And you bet your butt we jumped in there today. It's not that bad down here in Houston. But we got home on, we actually got home early on Wednesday after 4.5 weeks out or so. So really enjoyed the home time. We go back out tomorrow. Today's Sunday. So we'll go back out tomorrow, but it's been a little over a month. I've been excited to do this video because it's always, it's one thing people want to know. How much do you make as a flatbed truck driver, specifically at Melton? All right, I have a little spreadsheet. I'm actually doing this on my phone. I'm gonna have to, and I'll talk you through it. Hopefully the audio comes through. If not, I'll do a voiceover. But stick around, I got a spreadsheet. I'm gonna give you my quick, what I think about Melton, and then we'll jump right into the pay. Overall, fantastic company. If I had to make a pro and a con sheet, the pros would be like way up here, and the cons, there's really not any. If I had to pick one con, I'm gonna go ahead and start with the bad. If I had to pick one con to talk about, I'm gonna pick two. First off, it's the nature of the beast. If you choose flatbedding, you're gonna be out in Mother Nature, and sometimes you're just mentally, you're gonna be like, I don't want to do this. I was in ankle deep water, stinky water, mind you, stinky. It didn't smell good. I was in ankle deep water, having to secure my load. So you're flatbedding, right? It's one of those things you're gonna have to accept. Doesn't mean you have to like it, but you gotta accept it. All right, so that's con number one. Con number two is you don't. For me, there's certain tools I've gotten over the past the month or so, and it's really, I wish those came with the truck. It's not a huge deal. But just some added thing, like a ladder would have been really nice to have, standard issue. A push pole. So if you're flatbedding, you know what I mean. But if not, it's this pole. I mean, hell, this is a broom. But bear with me, you would put a hook on the end of it and put it, like if you have a multi-layer load, you can put a hook through and get your layer straps done, right? It'd been really nice to have something like that issued to the truck, but that's really my biggest con. And if that's my biggest con for a company, hey, it's not that bad, all right? So now we're going to talk about the pros. One of my absolute favorite things about Melton is the willingness to help from other drivers, all right? I was in Laredo last week, and it was hot. It was humid, and there's people getting out of their nice air-conditioned trucks to help other drivers tarp loads, secure loads, unsecure, roller tarps up, giving out, out, just hanging out, talking, which I have found if you can find one of the old timers, somebody who's been around, and go and just listen, you'll learn so much. And that's my favorite thing about Melton, is the willingness to help from other drivers. It's especially as a rookie. All right, for those who may be new, maybe new or just straight, maybe you've been around but you don't know, I'm straight out of CDL school. I have zero experience. I came to Melton for a few reasons. First off, I wanted the flatbed. I wanted to get out there and do the hardest entry level, but the hardest, right? Because really, anybody can kind of go drive a van and open a door and bump a dock, right? Anybody can do that. Not everybody can flatbed, all right? So that's one reason I chose Melton, or is because I wanted a flatbed. Secondly, they have a pet policy, and the other flatbed companies I was looking at, they don't have one. And so that, for me personally, set Melton apart, from other companies. So those are my pros and cons. It's been a wonderful month. I love being out on the road. I really do. I love it. I love driving. I love seeing the country, especially being able to take Miss Ellie Mae with me. It's been awesome. So now we're going to switch over and talk about the pay. Alrighty, so I'm going to try to break this down. I made a spreadsheet. So I make 52 cents a mile. I'm straight out of CDL school. I have no flatbed experience. And this is going to be my first month. So the weeks, it's 4 weeks, and then the bottom row is my total for the month. I'm going to break down how many loads I got per week, how many miles, any extra pay, if I was going or leaving home time, my gross, my net, and then my deduction that may differ from yours. Everybody's going to have their federal. Some people will have their state, so that's up to y'all to factor in. I have a pet deposit because obviously I take Ellie with me. That's $37.50 a week until I hit $750, and then that deduction will be no more. So the first week there, I had one load. It was 1,442 miles. I was coming off of home time. I got detained at the shipper, and I had one stop. So stop pay is $25, and then I earned an additional $45 in detention pay. All right, again, I was coming off home time. I grossed $617 that week and netted $670. Melton's pay scale is Tuesday through Monday. I picked this up on a Tuesday and I dropped on Friday. And because I didn't get my next load dropped off until Tuesday, I only got one load that week. So go to the next row again. So I picked this load up on a Friday. I didn't drop it until Tuesday. So that, obviously that's why it was on the week 2. Again, I only got one load, and you're like, well, Kev, why'd you only get one load if you dropped off on Tuesday? Well, wait a minute, okay? I'll explain it. So that second week, we had that one load. It was 1,748 miles. It was a tarp load, so I got an additional $100. I was not going or leaving home time. That grossed $764, and I netted $830. So again, one load made $830. All right, not bad. The third week, all right, I had 3 loads. So remember when I told you I dropped off that second week load on Tuesday? Well, they gave me a 3,000 mile load that I picked up on Wednesday. So we're currently, at this point on a calendar, we're on that second week. I pick it up on Wednesday. However, I did not drop it until Tuesday, which would have been the start of the third row pay schedule or pay period. So I started that week off with 3,000 miles. I got an additional 2 loads that week for 2,000 miles. I had a tarp load, and then that 3,000 mile load was a multi-stop, so that was another $25. So it was $125 in extra pay. Again, I was not leaving or going to home time. I grossed $2,043, and I netted just shy of $2,200 for the week. So obviously a big week there. And then the 4th week of May, I had 3 loads, 2,100 miles. I had 2 tarp loads in detention, and then you see there I had a $1,000 bonus. When I came to Melton, everybody was getting a $5,000 transition bonus, so I got my first $1,000 on the end of my first solo load, and then I get another $1,000 every 30 days after until I reach $5,000. So that's what the bonus is. Talk to your recruiter and see if you qualify for it. So anyway, 4th week there, I had 3 loads, 2,100 miles, another $1,275 worth of extra pay. I was not leaving or going to home time, but I will say I was flagged for home time the following week. So they try to keep me in the central region, hence why my miles were only at 2,100 miles. So I grossed $2,100 and I only netted $1,839 because that $1,000 bonus is taxed. So typically I net more than I gross because at Melton they have a per diem. So you see it there at the top, I make 52 cents a mile, but 14 cents of that is per diem. So that's why I net more than I gross. So there at the bottom, I had 8 total loads for a grand total of 10,341 miles. I had an additional $1,570 of pay between, obviously $1,000 bonus and then $570 worth of stop pay, TARP pay, detention, etc. I grossed $5,528 and I netted $5,538.66. So my first month at Melton's done. We went over my pros and cons. We went over what I made. I just took all those numbers literally off my statements and plugged them into Excel spreadsheet. Hopefully y'all could hear me. Hopefully y'all could follow along. I tried doing it on my computer, but my microphone's kind of messed up there. But I'm trying, okay? But overall, no experience, never, driven a truck right out of CDL school, and I brought home $5,500. That's $66,000 a year, and that's a low month. Whenever I'm talking to some other drivers, I had 2 of those weeks only I was under. Hell, one of the weeks was like 1,700 miles. 2 weeks under 2,000 miles. And a lot of drivers say once I kind of obviously I'm slow, right? It takes me longer to secure, and I'm still learning how to manage my clock, hours of service and stuff like that. So I'm gonna get better. And a lot of drivers say hey, you'll probably be averaging 2,500 to 3,000 miles a week, and that also depends on how long you stay out. So I go back on the truck tomorrow. I plan on staying out for 6 weeks. Coming off of home time and going to home time, obviously your miles are gonna be a little bit lower. But I'm really hoping I get a good solid 4-week run there where I'm pushing 3,000 miles a week. So we'll see what happens. Hopefully y'all enjoy the information. Again, I cannot recommend Melton. I can recommend Melton. I can't recommend them enough is what I meant to say. So if you have any questions, please drop them below. I'll answer them as best I can. If not, I can put you in touch with the recruiter. The recruitment team has been awesome. Everybody I've dealt with, from top offices to other drivers, has been really awesome. So again, hope y'all have a great rest of your day. I'm gonna enjoy the rest of my Sunday. I got some video games planned with some boys, and then I might jump in the pool again before I get back in the truck tomorrow. So y'all be safe. I hope to see y'all out there. If you ever see me at a truck stop, hey, come up. I'll dap you up, I'll shake your hand, whatever. I might give you a hug. Who knows? But we'll see you out there. Stay safe. Remember, keep on trucking.